who else in there? Not too bad. Who's missing? Rory's missing, isn't it? Yes. Cool. Did everybody get an extension on their Power App? Did the trial period run out? My trial period ran out. An extend button come up and I clicked on it and everything goes fine now. Doesn't even give me a countdown anymore. So I think that should work for us. That was the easiest solution. The other solution was £3,000 per user. So I told the guy at he don't think we'll go for that one. We'll find another way. We'll use Google or something. Yeah, because that's a wee bit expensive, isn't it? Just for what we're doing. Now there's another issue that some people are having with setting up one of the templates for the second assignment. And the issue was around permissions on tables. So we're investigating that one at the moment. Haven't heard any word back. It depends what you want to do with it. However, there's other options out there. Okay, and we are still making progress with the Azure account because there's some Azure labs as well being used for machine learning. So if we can't get the Azure account, we'll get Go Deploy, which gives us sandboxes for machine learning. So there's options out there, and I've been playing around with Google as well. They put some as well. So between all of those things, we will have a solution. Okay. Right. It's actually on this machine yesterday, downloading invoices and stuff. I found a wee Google one that is quite good. I'll show it to you later. There's a lot of Google ones actually. So now I'm thinking, oh yes, the PowerPoint for today is lesson 5, isn't it? I think. Computer vision continued, sort of, as it's called, I think. And we'll get through it quite quickly because it's not much to it, right? Yes, this is it. It's not playing ball with me at all. Oh, there we go. Okay. Some of these labs we can't do yet till we get our Azure account, but I'll show you what they are. Okay. Facial recognition stuff we got that Microsoft have launched, but they used to have a wee demo. They've moved it. Maybe I can find it somewhere, but I'll see how we go. Okay, so we've got a couple of TED Talks, first of all. So is everybody on board? Everybody listening? Everybody's here, is meant to be here? Okay, good. I'm going to re-share my screen and put on the audio. Forgot this was the audio one. I might have to run the PowerPoint show, see if this works. That would be better full screen, wouldn't it? Or
10 years ago, computer vision researchers thought that getting a computer to tell the difference between a cat and a dog would be almost impossible, even with a significant advance in the state of artificial intelligence. Now we can do it at a level greater than 99% accuracy. This is called image classification. Given an image, put a label to that image, and computers know thousands of other categories as well. I'm a graduate student at the University of Washington, and I work on a project called DarkNet, which is a neural network framework for training and testing computer vision models. So let's just see what DarkNet thinks of this image that we have. When we run our classifier on this image, we see we don't just get a prediction of dog or cat, we actually get specific breed predictions. That's the level of granularity we have now. And it's correct. My dog is, in fact, a Malamute.
Sounds familiar.
So we've made amazing strides in image classification, but what happens when we run our classifier on an image that looks like this? Well,
there's a different guy doing the same talk.
We see that the classifier comes back with a pretty similar prediction. And it's correct, there is a Malamute in the image, but just given this label, we don't actually know that much about what's going on in the image. We need something more. Well, in the past, object detection.
We've broken it now, haven't we? Past yet.
Just limited to images, we can process video in real time. And now, instead of just seeing that cat and dog, we can see them move around and interact.
So, I wonder if the next. We haven't done this PowerPoint, but sure we haven't. Am I in the wrong PowerPoint? Let's try this video. Tell me if you've seen this one before.
Mark Zuckerberg, a journalist, was asking him a question about the news feed. And the journalist was asking him, why is this so important? And Zuckerberg said, a squirrel dying in your front.
I've seen this one, haven't I? I've done this whole PowerPoint then, haven't I? Am I just having a.
I couldn't remember your mom's face.
So.
I think some of those PowerPoints or some of those videos are in the other PowerPoint that we just did last week.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it's not the same PowerPoint. Sure, it's not. This is different here, isn't it?
No, we haven't done this PowerPoint, but some of those videos are in both of them, I think.
Aye, that must be it. Have we done this one? This video? I think you're actually getting to start. We'll start and say, check if you can.
So, artificial intelligence is known for disrupting all kinds of industries. What about...
Is this the one? Yeah, it is. We've seen this one. Because it's a stupid one about making up ice cream flavors, isn't it? Somebody's put this together and added in the same videos as they did before. What's happened here now?
Intelligence called Shut It Down has taken over the world.
Why is that moved over the car? Can I go to the YouTube link?
A hostile artificial intelligence called NIM has taken over the world's computers. You're the only person skilled enough to shut it down, and you'll only have one chance.
I haven't done this one.
You've broken into NIM's secret lab, and now you're floating in a raft on top of 25 stories of electrified water. You've rigged up a remote that can lower the water level by ejecting it from grates in the sides of the room. If you can lower the water level to 0, you can hit the manual override, shut NIM off, and save the day. However, the AI knows that you're here, and it can lower the water level too, by sucking it through a trap door at the bottom of the lab. If NIM is the one to lower the water level to 0, you'll be sucked out of the lab, resulting in a failed mission. Control over water drainage alternates between you and NIM, and neither can skip a turn. Each of you can lower the water level by exactly 1, 3, or 4 stories at a time. Whoever gets the level exactly to 0 on their turn will win this deadly duel. Note that neither of you can lower the water level below 0. If the water level is at 2, then the only move is to lower the water level 1 story. You know that NIM has already computed all possible outcomes of the contest and will play in a way that maximizes its chance of success. You go first. How can you survive and shut off the artificial intelligence?
Anybody interested in having a go? Or is it too much talk involved? Right. Kevin, too much thinking about? Yeah, thought you should say that. Yeah, okay. It's too early in the morning. Maybe come back to it later. Probably not. This one here is quite good right now. So it's a link. I'll open it up here and then I'll throw it up for you in the chat and you can have a go at it yourselves. And it's artificial intelligence trying to guess what you're drawing. Danny, what do you stick up there?
That was,
Oh, right, that's what happened for you.
that's what it said, that's what it says there when you click into it, you know, after the trial, it says sometimes you may also be able to extend the trial period,
Okay.
but I don't know what the conditions are for.
I will work for me whenever the stem button come up. I clicked on it and worked, so fingers crossed it works for you guys too.
I didn't even get a notification yet.
30 days, I think. Sorry, somebody said something.
I didn't even get a. Nothing's happened to me yet on Power Apps.
Power Apps is okay. No, it's just Power Up AI Builder, so this. The Power Apps is okay.
I missed that bit. Right there on, I'll check it and see.
I check it and see, yeah. So that link, guys, is a little website where you draw something. They tell you what to draw, so you draw it. Oh, it's kind of cheap because, like, it tries to guess what you're drawing. It told you what to draw, like, so I'm assuming they're 2 different programs. Migration, what? And you're actually helping build up machine learning algorithms here because you're told what to draw and it then you. I did that play around with this, it's quite fun. I know. Is it more of a
Are you giving art classes now, Geoff, as well?
Yes. Yeah, what do you think?
Aye, brilliant.
Good. Right, beat that. Come on. See if we can get in less than 20 seconds. It's quite addictive, so it is. I'm using a mouse here, not How can you guess a pen can from that? Huh? Like it could be any sort of can, couldn't it? I'm not gonna do the next one. Draw a sheep. I thought we got this one, but it didn't make much sense. And then I didn't want to do it because it's from Cambridge Analytica. And they want to know all about my Facebook data, which is basically in a year 0 posts and maybe got 1 like on my birthday. And Twitter, you have to go and get your data, and then it makes predictions about you. So if you want to give it a go, feel free. Or somebody else's Facebook data if you want. I don't know how well it works, but definitely wouldn't have much enjoyment out of my Facebook data. I was sort of covered this before anyway, but you know, interpreting and understanding the visual world is really what AI computer vision is all about. Yeah. A classification of objects, object detection. Yeah. And then using training, which we talked about before as well, to try and train your models. That's what that Google thing's all about. I close it down. You know, it's drawing pictures and trying to train. It's building up a training model. And then you've got your model built up. Then it's smarter. The more training it does, the smarter it gets. And then use it for facial recognition and for detecting expressions and stuff like that as well, emotions, age. So I played around with a few of these. I'll show them to you in a minute. But it takes the basic face detection, analyzes features, and then tries to work out something about the face based on its training model. Okay, this one we talked about before as well. And you've got these apps on your phone, haven't you? Where you can read text from print or handwritten. It's been around for a while. OCR, and turns it into actual words. So nothing new there, really. Okay, but it's used all over the place for, reading words. What do you call it? Number plate detection systems. You go to the car parks now, you go to the airport, and it reads your number plate and turns it into an actual piece of text. And then if you don't pay your parking, it can send that information to some authority that can send you a fine. So it turns it into electronic data, which is from using APIs and stuff. And some of you played around with this one in the Microsoft Power Apps, where it reads forms and tries to work out what it says in the form. I've got one I'm going to show you in this as well, analyzing forms. Okay, it recognizes different parts of the forms and turns it into data. The labs we can't just do yet because of the fact that we haven't got our Azure account yet.
Is there an ETA on when we're going to get those accounts sorted?
No, it's ongoing. I talk to Phil about it every week. And at the moment, then the Belfast Met have given it go ahead to get it sorted. They're not going to do it through them. They're going to go direct to Microsoft. So Phil has to contact Microsoft and get it set up directly with them. So hopefully that'll happen pretty quickly. He was asking for the point of contact yesterday, and hopefully I'll ask him again today. I keep pushing him. When he sees me coming into the office, he knows what I'm going to ask him. It shouldn't take me long to set it up. Just create an account first, and then just administer it, and then within weeks, hopefully. Like that working for me. As far as I can remember, it needs Azure. But it's a whole lab. I don't think it's a sandbox. Let's find out. If it's a sandbox for this, would be great, you know. It's quite similar to your Power Apps AI, isn't it? Okay. Oh, it has sandbox, right? She's going to be doing that today, right? I didn't realize there's sandbox on that one. Happy days, brilliant. But before you do that, let me show you what I was playing around with in terms of AI. I can find Chrome on my desktop. That's there. And then Chrome has got loads of them as well, so it has, so or Google, I should say. It's got new phone actually. If you go here and you go to your Google Workspace, you can find all sorts of different things, right? So a couple of them that I've been playing around with, this one here, face detector, right? So I'll show you where it is in a minute, but I'm going to show you how it works first of all. So choose a file, and you can find people's faces, and it goes through the faces, scan the whole image. You can scan a part of the image, and it finds all the different faces. That gives you an idea of their age and gender. So if you want to try it out and put your own face in and see what age you really are, or what age Google thinks you are.
Google working with Russians now.
This is Google. These are the Americans. They're just as bad. I've flicked through a few of them, and it actually is quite accurate, or seems to be anyway. You know, very close to what I would guess as well. Only this picture is not great because you're looking at the side of people's faces. I'll show you a better one. This file is better here. What do you see this? Right. And you can scan, you know, one face and work out that he's 50. Yeah. Or you can scan the full image. And I'd say it's pretty accurate, isn't it? Yeah. Pick number 6. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden. Female, I would guess, but that's not bad there. She's not number 7. Not bad, yeah, she's not. I covered up with a hat now. One more. You can play around this too. I'll show you how to do it. I just did crowd images because I thought it was more fun, you know. Even look at this one, the general age is lower, isn't it? Quite smart, isn't it? Yeah. Number 2, let's say number 2. The 23-year-old. Yeah, probably. Youngest looking there. Number 20. Oh, age unknown. Side of the face is more difficult for it. Anyway, so how you do that, right, is you go to your Google account or make a new account. I made a new account for doing this with, and also for another class, distributed apps. Call myself Geoff Belfast Met at Gmail. You can have a few Gmail accounts. You have to register to your phone number, stuff like that, right? So you can use your original Google account if you want to, or have a new one. You decide, right? But basically what you do is you search for apps in here, like AI, I typed in, and I come up with a few different ones, searching through forms and stuff. I'll show you another one in a minute. Then I typed in face, and I found that facial recognition one, right? And there's lots of other ones as well. Some of them, you have to read about them all. Obviously, I haven't tried them all. Look at how many there are. That is good facial. What's that got to do with facial recognition? That's the only one there, sort of facial recognition that really got installed. The other one I installed was one that read invoices, right? And then I found online this like a blank invoice type template type thing. So if you want to try this one out, I'll share this with you. So you've got like an imaginary invoice. I put in an item in it here. I didn't do the total right now. I should do that, shouldn't I? So subtotal is $7. Change the pound. Let's change the pounds. We're not Americans. Thankfully. Discount 50p. Tax. For reading orders from document recommend. Don't know what that means. PDF. So tax 125. Should call it back really, shouldn't we? Well, you can't change that. Oh well. And that means the total is, I'm really good at maths. Discount 650 plus 125, 775. Okay, and I'll save that as invoice 2. I'll do it. Oh, not loaded. 2, right? Now I have to email it to myself. Go to my Google emails. It only works through emails, so let me see. So I'm going to send myself an email. Mail.com. Oh, can't spell it at all. I think I've got my A and I mixed up. Subject invoice, and I'm going to drop in an invoice into the email. Invoice 2, there it is. All right. Attach it and send it to myself, right? So now when you get an email, you click on the email. Hold on. This wee icon here is your invoice to sheet recognizer, right? So it analyzes your emails, finds the invoice, one compatible attachment found here, right? And you extract the data from the invoice, and it gives you a sort of summary of what data it has found on the invoice. It takes a wee while. All right, so it has discovered an invoice. The payment is £7. The tax is 125. Total is that. Name and address and all the rest of it. Okay, but what it really is good at is sending it to a spreadsheet. Pardon me. Send the spreadsheet, and you can use spreadsheet or creating a spreadsheet or an old spreadsheet you already have if you had one that matched. All right. If I send out the spreadsheet, actually I can try this part of it. It's a beta version, so hopefully it'll work. You only get 5 goes at this, right? So if you want to use this one for your assignment, right, make sure you have everything set up before you do a test on it. Okay. Oh dear, it's broken. But it worked to that point anyway. Extracted the data at least. I'm not sure if it will work later. Maybe it's just that on might help with it. It was PDF to Google Drive. Anyway. Oh, there you go. So send a spreadsheet now. On Google Drive. There's a spreadsheet data. See ya. It's quite good. But be warned, you've got 5 goes, right? Okay. So get everything set up before you test it and make sure you put your invoices all ready. Don't play around with it, or you'll have to make a new Google account, or else buy the app. Because I've just used up 3 out of 5, so yeah.
You were on 4, so it must count down.
It's counting down, yes. So is that all right? But 5 will be enough for testing, right? But you need to get it all set up ready to roll before you did your assignment, because once you do the 5, it's over and out. Okay. It's quite good, isn't it? That's another option for you, right? Or the facial recognition one doesn't really tie into your assignment here, doesn't it? Well, there's any object detection. Might be right enough. Ooh, like that idea. Let's install this one and see what happens. You have to give Google permission to everything on your account, so that's why I made up a new account. So I can steal everything on my account at once, and even give it edit rights if you want to. There's nothing there I care about. So where to find it? Now, this is a tricky bit with Google, right? It dumps them everywhere and anywhere, so it does. So it's in the waffle. It's called Wizzy Vision. Okay. So that's where the facial recognition one went to as well, in the waffle. And then you go to the waffle and you can't find it. Yeah. Because it doesn't seem to make sense. Maybe if you refresh your waffle. There. It's not there. Oh, there's it there now. Okay, Wizzy Vision. I haven't used this before, so I'm just playing around here. Log into your account. Okay, log in with Google, who cares? Great. Let's give it a go. Belfast map. Country, Antarctica. Or not, that's good, right? Phone number. Phone number 02890. I think it is, isn't it? Let's hope they don't phone on to find out. Well, I'll try this out. If it's no good, then you don't have to. But the Microsoft ones, you've probably all done anyway, haven't you? Has anybody not done the first part yet? The logo one. You've all done the logo one, have you?
I haven't finished it.
Okay. Create enterprise tags. December the 2nd, so it's got a month trial period. There's not much in terms of instructions, so there's not. Upload. Is this the computer we used before for McDonald's logos, is it? No, it's not. Sure, it's not. What did I do the McDonald's logos demo on for use? Is that a different computer, was it? We did do the McDonald's logo one, didn't we? This computer, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you done it there, yeah.
I thought that too. Wonder where it's saving. Downloads, maybe. Yeah, save that. Let's do a quick. What logo? Give me a brand. Give me a brand name. I know. Let's save a few of these. Like that one. Save image as. Another one different. All right, that's a good one there. I don't even know if this is what they're wanting, because the instruction set's very poor. A few of these and see if it's like that one. So for us again, Chrome and upload images, pictures, save pictures. Okay, let's see if it's real. Does it? No idea what I'm doing here. Let's try it and see if it happens. Right. I don't know what I'm doing. Any ideas? Tag it maybe. Here's Wizzy Vision trying to tag it from it. Oh, automotive design. Okay, fair enough. Flash photography, probably yes. Okay, you can see what it's doing. That's smart enough. Automotive design. Okay, let's try that again. Tag it with smart detection. It's not as smart as what I thought it was going to be, but yeah, it's got a logo in there right now. Brand. Okay, it's not just as smart as I thought, but I know, worth a try. But listen, see if you go to your Google account, right, and go to Marketplace. There are a few floating about there. Like that's just an overview of editor's choice or something like that. If you go to anything, there's hundreds of them. Right? You type machine learning, you get other ones. AI, you get other things. So obviously, I haven't done them all. There's a lot there, isn't it? Sheets ones usually collect data in certain ways. Pulling from emails. I don't know. Feel free to research. What on earth? Digital rewards like certificates. Okay. Anyway, so I think what the best thing to do now would be is to try that lab out that actually has a sandbox. Right. You probably could skip the introductions because it's similar to what we've done before with our power apps, isn't it? Right. And then use this to try and analyze the images and see how it goes. And if it lets you, you could maybe use this for your assignment. Although the power app one's fine for your assignment too. So let me give you this link in the chat. Oh, there's Kevin's. Very good. 21, Kevin. Not bad, eh? You wish. Maybe you are 21, are you?
30.
I was afraid of it. Well, I think if I do mine, I'll not put it up. Well, maybe I will. Can't have a go at it now. I'll make sure I'm not sharing the screen at the time, just in case it doesn't work out for me. Did any of the rest of you try it and didn't add it up because it gave you an older age instead of younger age? Right, guys, so that was a quick run through the PowerPoint and a few ideas around Google. Feel free to play around with the Google ones as well. Do the lab on the Microsoft one, okay, just to get yourself familiar with how it works. I'm not sure how deep that lab goes actually in terms of where it goes to facial recognition, but I think it does detect faces itself. Just look at who some people are, famous landmarks and stuff. All right. On the demos, remember we did the demos a few weeks ago? It can detect different types of things. So it's just showing you how to set that all up. And then play around with the Google ones if you want to. But also don't forget your assignment, maybe more importantly. Okay? Because your trial period will expire soon. For me, the extend worked. Fingers crossed it'll work for you. Right? So it probably would be a good plan to get at least the first part of your assignment done. Okay? The second part of the assignment is based around text invoices or some of those apps that Microsoft supply in around invoices, right? But I had demonstrated to you this morning, we've got a Google alternative for that anyway. So I'm not too panicked about the trial period there. Okay, and you've got Kaggle as well. Or what was the other one I shared with you? Teachable machine. Oh, it only did images, didn't it? Did any of you use the teachable machine one as your assignment? These all go to the Microsoft one. Yeah. So the assignment is an image detection setup to do with brands and logos for the first one. And the second part of the assignment is to do with text manipulation, like OCR, extracting data from a PDF invoice like I showed you this morning, or any other of those types of scenarios you can think of in and around Belfast Entertainments. Okay. If you've got a new inventive idea, run it past me. I'm open to ideas in and around that topic area. Okay. And if you find something online that does it really well, let me know. After I'll not share it with everybody else. Just run it past me, okay. But teachable machines to do with images, Power Apps AI Builder is for the images as well. Google has that. I suppose doesn't really do much in terms of object detection. That Wiz thing, but it's not much good. And then this lab you're doing now, you could maybe use this lab for your image detection if you want to, for logo detection. Okay. And then the invoice one is part 2. Any questions about the assignment? All happy? Good. So get at least part A of the assignment done today. Right, get it out of the way first of all, and then start playing around with that lab. Your Google Labs if you want to. The Google's an optional thing. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. It's there if you need it. Okay. And maybe then start part 2 if you finish that Microsoft lab. You've loads to do. Plenty to keep you entertained, isn't it? There's plenty to do then. Yeah. That lab could take you maybe an hour and a half to do if you want to follow all the way through it.
Have you pressed send on that? Oh, because it's not showing me.
No, good point. There you go. I can see it on the screen here. Obviously, hadn't sent. All right. Okay. So these are working away there, guys. I'm going to shut up and let you do that. I'm still here. Shout if you need me. Timmy, do you fancy sharing screen there, and I'll try and figure that out for you.
Yeah, I can do now. 1 second.
I'm not doing anybody else any harm out watching on. Excuse me.
One second here. Let me see. So yeah, whenever I go to add my data, it like just doesn't come up. So if I go back, I'll do it again.
No, go back now, sure. No. Cancel.
Cancel.
So see, you clicked on table one and all the rest of it, right? What you need to do is add something into that screen. So see the plus sign on your left,
Yeah.
over to the left again. Alright. So put in like a sort of form, edit form or something. Drag an edit form over. See edit form. Up a bit.
Yeah.
Right, and then if you go over to data source on the right hand side there.
Yeah.
Table one, yeah. Click table one. Alright. And then you can edit the fields. Add a field in. The field there, click in. Add.
Auto frame.
All three. Alright. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, but I'm
That's your
just
data connected. Now if you hit the wee play button at the top, over the top right there,
this one here.
it'll show you what it should look like. Alright, doesn't always work right now. Is there any data in the spreadsheet yet?
Yeah, this here, the advanced price, column 1.
Why is column one not got a name? Is it just
Uh,
oh, it doesn't matter, I suppose, like right now. And then see the way Power Apps has added in a wee unique key there. That means they're linked together, so they are.
oh, this here, yeah.
That's if you want your Power Apps, it is working now. Sometimes the preview doesn't show it up properly, but that's your data connected. Now, it might be the leg you want, but you know, you change that around. That's just because I told you to pick edit form.
I say, yeah. Okay.
And you've also started on a tablet version rather than the mobile version, but that's okay too. I don't mind which one you do.
Okay, yeah. Thanks very much.
No what?
Yeah. Thank you.
Could anybody get that Microsoft sandbox to work, did it? Mine stopped me, said it wasn't allowed. What's this? What's this? What's this? I know what I need to do. And wouldn't get it. Maybe did all right. It's not end calls or something. From recording or something. Boring recording towards the end.